What is going on, everybody? Super Yankee for Life here once again. Welcome you guys to Week 5 of my NFL picks. Can't believe we're actually past the first quarter of the NFL season, and I must say, I think now we kind of get a better understanding through the first 4 weeks of which teams are legit, which teams are phonies, which teams are just plain bad like Jacksonville. But anyway, that being said, get right to the picks. Tonight's Thursday night game between the Bills and the Browns. I'm going to go with Cleveland on this one. I've been very impressed with the quarterback play of Brian Hoyer the last 2 weeks, and I really think that they kind of have something here with Brian Hoyer, and what he's been able to do, not turning the ball over, except for the 3 interceptions he had against Minnesota, but he ended up winning the game-winning touchdown pass. But more importantly, what's really impressed me about this team is their defense, especially their front seven, and obviously their secondary with Joe Hayden. Held the Cincinnati Bengals offense to 7 points last week. Very impressive. Very impressive performance by the Browns defense, and as for the Bills, they did a great job of intercepting Flacco 5 times last week. These are 2 teams that are building for the future. One team just, gave up a little bit already by trading away Trent Richardson. Although they're tied for first in the AFC North, believe it or not. I'll go with Cleveland to win this game. However, it will not surprise me if they lay an egg on primetime TV, which they've known to do. Getting right to the Sunday picks, the Saints at the Bears. Excuse me. I'm going to go with the Bears on this one. They are really, I think they'll rebound nicely at home. I think they'll hand the Saints their first loss. I expect the defense to play a lot better than it did last week against the Lions. Reggie Bush just absolutely ran wild on them. And of course, with the Lions passing attack with Stafford and Calvin Johnson and those guys. As for the Saints, very impressive Monday night performance with Miami. Their defense has really impressed me. I really underestimated his defense with Rob Ryan. I think Rob Ryan, the reason why he didn't succeed in Dallas is I think they didn't have the personnel to match his scheme. I think the Saints in years past on defense always strike me as being aggressive, and I didn't think Dallas defense was aggressive enough for Rob Ryan's scheme. Unlike the Saints, who I think are right at home with what he wants to do on defense. But with that being said, I realize Chicago to bounce back after their first loss and hand New Orleans their first loss. The Patriots at the Bengals. Cincinnati laid a huge egg last week after overcoming a 17-point deficit to beat the Green Bay Packers at home. They go on the road, they lay an egg, and only manage 6 points against the Browns. You gotta do better than that. I mean, this team continues to underachieve, and that's kind of the reason why I picked Baltimore kind of to win the division, because the Bengals just really underachieve when you expect them to be great. And with that being said, I'm gonna pick the Patriots. The Patriots just continue to just. They're 4-0, and you don't even know why they're 4-0, especially with the receivers that Brady's throwing to. Julian Edelman, a couple of undrafted rookie wide receivers. Once they get Gronkowski back, they're going to be really good on offense, even better. The Lions and the Packers. The Packers, I believe, had a bye week to get healthy, and boy, did they needed a bye week, because they are banged up, especially with not James Starks, but Eddie Lacy. Offensive line's banged up, their defense is banged up. That's a really hurt football team they got over there in Green Bay. So the bye week definitely helped, I think, Green Bay here. As for Detroit, coming off a very nice home win against the Bears. I'll go with the Packers because I think they're just too good of a football team to go 1-3, especially with Aaron Rodgers as their quarterback. Kansas City at Tennessee. If Jake Locker was starting this game, I would have given Tennessee a chance to win. But he's out with, I guess, I don't know if it's a broken hip, but he's out 4 to 8 weeks, which is a huge blow because I think he was doing something special there with the Titans. Well, I'll go with the Chiefs to win this game by double digits. Andy Reid's doing a fantastic job coaching them. Seattle at the Seahawks at the Colts. Seattle with a very big road win. They proved last week they can win on the road and in a hostile environment as well. As for the Colts coming off win over Jacksonville, I'll go with the Seahawks to win this game because I believe the Seahawks can really do something on the road. We know what they can do. We know what they can do at home. Almost unbeatable at home. Can they do it again for the second week in a row? Can they go into a hostile environment in Indianapolis and get a W? Russell Wilson has to play better. I mean, he has to play better. He has the best pump fake in the game, but I definitely think if Russell Wilson struggles again, I don't think they can survive 2 weeks in a row. But he has to play better, and plus they got to give Marshawn Lynch the ball more. We already know how good that defense is. Got to get that offense going a little bit. Good game. It'll be a great game, though. I think it'll be a game of the week. Jacksonville at St. Louis. I mean, really, Jacksonville. I mean, that team may go 0-16. I think they may challenge the 2008 Lions, who went 0-16. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I'll go with St. Louis. Baltimore at Miami. Miami's coming off their first loss. Baltimore's coming off a very embarrassing loss to the Bills, where Flacco just kicked 5 times. I'll go with Miami to rebound because I think they're the more hungrier team than Baltimore at this point. The Eagles at the Giants. I'll go with the Eagles because the Giants just are a mess. Panthers at the Cardinals. I believe the Panthers have a bye week along with Green Bay. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. Arizona's coming off a close 3-point win over Tampa Bay. I'll go with Carolina on this one because I think Cam Newton will have a big day. Broncos at the Cowboys. You want to talk about underachieving? Cincinnati, Houston, Dallas. I think perhaps the 3 biggest underachieving teams in the NFL the last 5 years. You have a chance in the NFC East. You have a chance to pull away from the other 4 teams. You got teams like Washington who just got their first win last week. The Giants are a mess. The Eagles are 1-3, and you lay an egg against San Diego. Granted, the Chargers are playing hard. They're playing hard football. Philip Rivers is playing some of the best football he's had the last few years. But you've got to get it done on the road. And the Cowboys just laid an egg. And now you get Peyton Manning, who I think is the NFL MVP for the first 4 games. 16 touchdowns, no picks. That defense is playing great, even without the best 2 players on defense, Von Miller and Champ Bailey. Just wait till we get those guys back. I think the offense will keep it close for Dallas, but I think Denver wins 34-24. I mean, Dallas just continues to underachieve, and yet I'm supposed to believe this is going to be a different team this year. Okay, Houston at San Francisco. I'll go with San Francisco to win this game after their performance against the Lions last week. Houston coming off blowing a 17-point lead against Seattle at home. That's unacceptable. And then the Monday Night Football game, Jets at the Falcons. I'll go with the Falcons to win that game and rebound. Those are my picks. Feel free to disagree if you want to or not. Doesn't matter to me. Until next time, Super Geek for Life signing off.